You're viewing live sunny side 33.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Keep your gait a bit pat, and your troubles with no slow step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
We're starting off today with Dr. Science and Rodney answering questions from the last live Dex Breath Mystery Theater show. Live. They just picked people and answered questions. Coffee Stories could be the breakout. Is this the breakout? It might be the breakout video series. And Sterling's here today. We're promoting him today. We're promoting this episode. So you're seeing it here first.
I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
Yeah! Thanks for viewing. Let's get right to the comedy. Queen, you're up. Let's hear your comedy. Let's hear the jokes. How do farmers count their cattle? I don't know. How do farmers count their cattle? I give up. How? With calculators. She's great. She hits it every time. She gets that show going. Where would we be without the queen of the world? Nowhere. That's weird. All right. This is from the last live Dux Breath show. It's a clip from Grand Finale. That's a playlist in Sunnyside YouTube. You can go there and you can see the whole show. You click the first video and watch it all the way through. And I guess someday I'll put it so you only click. You don't have to watch the episodes. But I broke it up into 2-minute segments so that after this 65 live show run is complete 2023, and this year I'm going to start streaming it on Twitter. X Twitter, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's not a good idea. But that doesn't matter because right now we're going to see it right here. Dr. Science and Rodney. Live questions.
That's the fun of theater.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Where did the letter H come from?
Where did the letter H come from?
From hell itself. It's a demonic influence. Countries that don't have the letter H in their alphabet are much happier. And
Or happier, I guess.
happier. Very clever, Rodney. Very clever. That's why I keep him on the
really.
Yeah, but that's why I keep him on retainer.
Yes.
How come Uranus is still a planet?
How come Uranus is still a planet?
Oh, it's much more than that. Yeah, I mean, the element uranium was named after Uranus and my anus and anyone else's anus. It's the lifestyle planet. And when astronauts finally arrive there, they're going to be surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Where do soap bubbles go when they pop?
Where does soap bubbles go when they pop?
They never really existed. They were a hallucination, and a mass hallucination at that. Yeah, that's why children don't actually get clean in a bubble bath. they become drugged, severely drugged and narcotized. And then they wake up in the morning with bad dreams and a feeling that maybe something had happened. But nope, nothing happened.
Yes, sir.
Why do angels only dance on the head of pins?
Why do angels only dance on the head of pins?
God is a severe taskmaster. After torturing humans for so many years and getting little pleasure out of it, he decided to make angels do that. And it's really painful.
Questions? Yes.
What's the difference between science and art?
What's the difference between science and art?
I'm appalled by your ignorance. Where did you go to college, Antioch? Did you get a degree in feminism or life sciences or something? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
He looks pretty ashamed.
He's not ashamed enough.
Well, thank you, Dr. Science. Send your science questions to Ask Dr. Science. Remember, he's not a real doctor.
I have a master's degree.
In science.
Bye, kids.
Stay in school.
Yeah, that was a good time. It was last show. It was tough. A lot of running around, but it worked out great. And it was a good example of the evolution of Dr. Science. They did all these radio shows, and at one point they were taking questions from the audience when they came in. They'd write them down, and then during intermission they'd write the answers. And finally, one show they went, let's just let them ask whatever they want. And it was night and day. It was like the audience. That's what's so great about a live show, is that the audience, you go, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. Kind of like those illusionist guys. All right. The hit new series. This is the series I think that's going to take us to the top. This is Dan Coffey, Duck's Breath Mystery Theater member, and writes Twisted Fairy Tales, which is the feature on Thursday, performed by John Fleck, and those are great. You should check that out. Those are also on Sunnyside YouTube. But these are I asked him to take an image and write a short story for them, and then I've been mucking around with them, and they're really fun, and they're getting views, and that's what it's all about. Views, extended views all the way through. Man, am I learning YouTube now? I didn't know how complex and what a beautiful animal it is to get comedy videos out to the world. And this is Coffee Stories.
Who says snakes can't learn? Not this man, who has devoted his life to educating snakes in the ways of the world, which includes tutoring in etiquette and proper table manners. No longer do snakes gobble their food as quickly as possible, but rather take little bites, and once they've swallowed, engage in pleasant conversation.
Okay. I think that's good. What happened is I was doing them in the order that he just said them originally in, and then and I hadn't even looked at the last bunch, and I just did, and that's one of the ones from the last bunch, and he just got better. They just got funnier and funnier as they went along. So we might start going from the back end now. All right. Well, it's time for the feature. This is Sterling Dalzell. This is the 7th episode of a 14-episode series, and this is going to be every Wednesday. We're going to premiere one and then show it on the show. And then at 10 o'clock, it goes premieres in its linked spot, and it's there forever. And this series is so good. To me, this is like the other side of the world of the other side of the world of the Queen of the World comedy. This is like stuff that's interesting every second to me. And I think it's very, very good for the world of today. And the 14th episode is going to be done probably on sometime in the last week. And man, probably Thursday of the last week. And it's brilliant. It's I couldn't stop laughing. But that's the future. Right now, it's today, and this is the 7th episode. Sterling Delzell taking phone calls from the satellite.
Here's a sample of Sterling Delzell and mind-boggling conversations you can have with him. These are taken from his program, which is a talk show.
I am on the satellite.
Here you go.
It's been a rough week for liberty. It's been a great week for trampling on centuries of proud tradition, and there are those who enjoy that sort of thing, but a very, very rough week for standing tall with nary a whimper. Well, I don't want to say that our officials show a yellow streak a mile wide when they sit down at the negotiating table, but their very appearance begs the question, why are they sitting at the table? We know that America's homeland enemies, who live right here in America, by the way, they're as American as you or me. We know that they plot the downfall of America, even as they plot to build their own America. And what will that look like? A family-owned theme park in southwestern Nebraska, or a man-made hell on earth? Too soon to tell. It's up to us to write the ending. Now, we can discuss this further. Those of you nearby can join me in RL after we log off. Who's up for pancakes at Winky's? I know you are, Clyde. If you're watching, bring your lucky silver dollar and we'll flip for bananas and real bacon. My doctor hates it when I say this, but you can take your turkey bacon straight back to Uzbekistan for all I care. Maybe you can elect Hillary this time. I hope I make myself clear. Pancakes at Winky's. Who's with me? Oh, you're on the air.
You're a straight shooter, Sterling.
Is that you, Clyde?
No, Clyde's at the store. This is his son-in-law, Pete.
I thought he kicked you out of the house.
Well, there's two sides to that story.
So you are that son-in-law.
Well, he's not here right now to catch me, is he? And look at here what I have.
What?
It's Clyde's lucky silver dollar, and it's mine now. It's good, man. Well, I have a sip of coffee, maybe. If that, I don't even care. I'd spend it and be done because I am tired of this bullshit.
I'm tired of you. You stay away from Winky's. Fair warning. You're on the air.
The what now?
The air.
Oh, what if I wanted to join you there at Winky's?
For pancakes.
Yes.
Well, you are welcome, but you should probably live in the town where I live and be within walking distance of Winky's.
Well, what's the town where you live?
If you were here, you would know. And if you are not here, who are you really? See why I take precautions?
You're a sharp cookie. See you at Winky's.
Not if I see you first. I used to have an uncle that would say that. Peculiar thing, was it? We didn't see him that much. He was my favorite uncle, though. Jerry, anybody else?
Lines are clear.
Off to Winky's then. You coming?
Yeah, you don't want me to come.
Of course I do, Jerry. Shut it down. Let's go.
It's a show. Join the fun. Enter the longitude and latitude of your digital device. Make sure your mic is working. Webcam, if you got it, speakers on. Choose a username and password. Also product code. Lowercase HRDUFF, uppercase Q, 317, uppercase M, ampersand, asterisk, comma. Hit send. You're golden. You're good to go.
Yeah. America and the world has to get to know Sterling Delzell because he informs us of so many things. And that was fun to watch. Gonna push it today, pushing it today. Check it out on Sunnyside YouTube. If you do, you'll be my friend. And I always need friends. And so do you.